This is the story of our life at the forest's edge. A journey shared by my wife, our little daughter, and myself. A factual record of the magical miracles we witnessed in the quiet, shadows and the unbreakable bond. We merged not just with each other, but with the breathing heart of the wild. In this green forest, nature follows a rhythm of sacred exclusive events known only to the wild. Miracles unfold day and night, under the gaze of the sun and the moon. A fig forest where the lush vegetation forms a roof for the ancient secret happenings below. The molten gold sun rays pass through layers of thick leaves illuminating their way. Here, the emerald canopy rules in silent majesty. In a small house of earthen walls and woven palm leaves, we lived as guests of the emerald canopy. Our mornings began not with clocks, but with the sun rays filtering through our thatched roof, signaling the start of the forest's ancient rhythm. In our house of earthen palm, our love took on the quiet permanence of the trees. We lived without the noise, finding that as our possessions grew few, our connection grew deep. From our porch, we watched the huge elephant. The gray ghost passed by like a silent mountain, carving paths through the dense dark undergrowth, making a way that helps other animals and for us to walk upon. We lived simply, our days measured by the sacred miracles unfolding in the shadows. We sat in muted admiration and wonder during the midsummer, breathing in the heavy, intoxicating scent of the rare orchid as it bloomed under a tropical moon. Realizing that our love, too, was a rare bloom, nurtured by the shadows and the stillness. In the deep heat of the summer solstice, this orchid unfolds its pale, thin petals when the tropical night is at its peak, as the raindrops shower and increase the humidity of the atmosphere. The pale flowers appear to hang in the air as their roots are camouflaged with the tree trunk it is growing on. As it opens, it releases a heavy scent that fills the dark woods, drawing the senses into its strange and fleeting magic. We spent our days tending to our small home, our hands often meeting in the cool clay of the walls. We found a pure, simple joy in the small tasks, gathering water from the river when the rains finally broke the heat. We shared in the wild joy of the Red River hogs, watching from our doorway as they splashed through the mud in a chaotic chorus. The riverbank became a scene of wild joy as the Red River hogs celebrated the downpour, with their bodies stained by the mud. The Red River hogs grunt in a chaotic chorus, celebrating the rain and end of the long heat. In this muddy assembly, the red fedkins splash through the rising currents, welcoming the life-giving waters that transform their home. We heard the chimpanzees drumming against the great roots, a thunderous announcement. A chimpanzee beats his hands against the wide roots of a tall tree. The loud drumming echoes through the woods. This sound tells the others that a new leader has risen. The order of the forest has changed. As dusk fell, our earthen home was transformed into a glowing fairyland. As we shared a meal, millions of tiny fireflies beautifully dance in a synchronized golden heartbeat. At first, a few sparks blink like the first stars of night. Soon, every light begins to beat at the same time. They flash together and fade together, over and over in a slow and steady rhythm, providing a romantic ambience around our porch, filling the dark with a soft, golden light, outshining our small lanterns. Our bond was forged in the rhythm of the wild, like the weaving birds working side by side to build their sanctuary before the storm, compete with each other to weave beautiful golden nests, working quickly to attract a mate before storms arrive. In the heat of the solstice, we sat close. We spent our days tending to our small home, our hands often meeting in the cool clay of the wall. We marveled at the devotion of the hornbills in the hollow of an ancient tree. The hornbills vow to their partners. Once the female hornbill settles within her wooden chamber, she seals the entrance with mud and clay, leaving only a narrow slit. For months, the female remains in the dark to guard her eggs, where the male feeds his mate through a tiny slit in the bark for months. He is the provider, she is the protector. Together, They wait for the day their young emerge into the light. We drew strength from the hornbills' sacred promise. We looked after one another with a fierce, protective devotion. The forest was never truly still. We saw the sky turn to a river of wings as migrating butterflies move. A live river of wings flows through the air. For 3 days, the sky turns orange, blue, and white, migrating butterflies. In numbers huge that they hide the sun and turn the day into a shadow. Even the earth beneath our floorboards seemed to vibrate when the 7-year cicadas woke to sing their ancient song. Every 7 years, the earth trembles as the cicadas wake. They climb from the dark soil into the light, filling the air with a song so loud it shakes the leaves. For a few short weeks, they dance and sing, a great chorus that has echoed through the ages. There was no rush, only the steady heartbeat of the forest. We found our place in the quiet, majestic peace of the wild, deep in the green shadows. The peacock spreads his feathers, dancing in the jewels of his own feathers. He dances a secret dance to find his mate, his colors flashing like jewels beneath the trees. And watch the python leave its old ghost of skin. The great snake twists and rubs the head to tear the dry skin. With a long, heavy slide, the old layer peels away. From beneath the pale shroud, the python emerges anew, its fresh scales catch the light, glowing with a polished shine. The old ghost is left behind, and the newly born glides away, shimmering and reborn, playing its part in this ancient story. In this simple life, we were more than observers. We were part of the story. The leopard moves with quiet power. It slips through the trees like a ghost. No creature hears its soft paws on the earth. By the time the first light of morning touches the sky, the leopard has seen every corner of its kingdom, making a powerful shadow walk. Along with each life, from the tiny insect to the huge beast, our souls who are woven into the emerald canopy. Our love is timeless as the path of the buffalo far away. The great forest buffalo begin their long walk. They travel many miles to reach the hidden salt licks. There, at the quiet forest openings, they gather to drink from the earth, to supplement essential minerals, scarce in their grazing vegetation, following a path their mothers taught them long ago. In the heart of the wild, we didn't just witness the ancient story, we became its peaceful chapter. In the lush embrace, the family learnt that true abundance is found, not in what we possess, but in the rhythms we honor and the connections we nurture. Their journey reveals a profound wisdom, that when the noise of the world fades, the soul finally learns to listen to the heartbeat of existence. Through the emerald canopy, they gathered these timeless lessons, the grace of simplicity. They discovered that, as their worldly possessions grew few, their connection grew deep. In the wild joy of the red river hugs and the synchronized pulse of fireflies, they learnt that happiness is a pure song shared in the present moment. The strength of devotion. From the hornbill's sacred promise, they learnt the beauty of sacrifice and protection. They saw that love, like the female bird in her ark chamber, and the male who provides, is a sanctuary built on fierce, quiet loyalty, and waiting for the light together. The power of renewal. Watching the python shed its old ghost skin, they understood that life is a series of rebirths. They learned to leave behind what is dead and try to emerge shimmering and anew, finding strength in the constant movement of the forest's ancient story. The wisdom of patience. Through the 7-year cicadas and a rare blooming orchid, they learned that some miracles cannot be rushed. They found that their own love was a rare bloom, nurtured by the shadows and the stillness, requiring only the steady heartbeat of the forest to reach its peak. The art of belonging, they moved from being mere observers to becoming a peaceful chapter of the wild. By following the paths carved by the elephants and the buffalo, They realized that they were not separate from nature, but woven into its very fabric, souls bound by the same sacred miracles that govern the stars and the soil.